What is up? I am rolling in the 50 TP, the tier 9 Polish heavy tank. This is like the 50 TP prototype tier 8 premium, but this is the actual tier 9 50 TP. I am running my 53 TP crew in it, which is like 1.5 skill crew. I've got the brothers in arms, and that's about it. I am running optics, rammer, and vertical stabilizers, and yeah, we are in steps north. Now, initially, I don't like pushing down the east side, although that's where I'm going. I wanted to go to the rock and snipe from the corner, because pushing into if they're waiting for us camping at the corner, when you push in, you take a lot of damage for it. But as I was driving down to the rock, I saw this 53 TP. I couldn't leave him alone. I mean, if he was going, I had to help him out. So I came this way, and I saw the T10 rushed into this corner all by himself. So this is the best opportunity to take out the top tier tank on the enemy team, and my first shot on him. Now the 53 TP tanked the shot from the T10, and as soon as I'm loaded, I'm gonna take a shot at him, but not before I get artilleried. Now, what's special about the 50 TP tier 9? Well, what is special about it is the 560 alpha damage gun. Now, with the alpha damage at 560, you have 250 penetration on the AP shells and 303 penetration on the APCR, which I have just switched to right now. And that's because this is my third or fourth game in the 50 TP, and I also have 3 boosters running on, so I make no apologies for firing gold. I want to speed grind through the tier 9 and get to the tier 10 ASAP. And once I have reached the tier 10, that's when I will revert back to the standard AP shells. Now, bear in mind, the standard AP shells of 250 millimeters of penetration is very competent. Actually, I did another video of this tank, which I fired completely AP shells in that game. If you want to take a look at it, it's a couple of videos back. And this tank is very capable with the AP shells. Now, I got shot by the Kanonen there, and he's probably invisible behind one of those bushes there, so I don't want to take any shots from him right now. I'm going to wait for those guys in front of me there to spot the Kanonen, and then I'll push forward and shoot him. But in the meantime, I will hunker down in this position and try to conserve my HP as much as possible. Now, what's special about this tank is the gun. The gun is absolutely trash from medium to long range, because the aim accuracy isn't there, but at close distances it is really good, because 560 alpha, there's nothing out there like it. The 705 is not like that. There's nothing like this tank out there at tier 9 with this kind of mobility. Now, it has 13.2 seconds reload and 2.75 seconds of aim time with a 0.37 dispersion. Now, the mobility on this tank isn't too bad. It goes 35 kilometers an hour forward and 14 kilometers an hour reverse. It reverses at 28 degrees. 0.3 degrees per second, which isn't too bad. Now, once again, the focus on this tank is the alpha damage on the gun, which is why you want to get up close if possible to shoot stuff, because if you're going to shoot from medium to long distances, like what I'm doing right now, you're going to make sure your reticle is completely zoomed in. I don't have a fully trained crew. I mean, I have brothers in arms, and the second skill is on like a 70%, so it's not very good at all. Now I decided not to push down the K line because, as usual, they're going to be camping down on the southwest where the hump is, and my team is just going to get sniped down when they push forward. And I thought it was a better idea to get back to the base and defend against the charioteer and the tank destroyer that is pushing towards our base. And I think our artillery got spotted by the charioteer at least, and got counter artilleried. So I'm heading back there and seeing what I can do to stop the tank destroyers from capping us out, just in case. Anyway, I was kind of regretting it because I thought the best thing I could do was push down the K line with my armor, but I didn't want to lose this game out to a couple of TDs capping us out. That would have been a heartbreak. So I decided to make sure that that doesn't happen. And sure enough, I catch out the charioteer that was trudging along this way. So I'm going to guard against that the other TD, the AT7, I think it was. So just in case he's on the railroad tracks, I'm taking this way and see if I can chase down the charioteer and shoot him as he tries to make it back to defend his base. Now the armor on the 50 TP is 120 frontally on the hull and 90 on the sides and 60 at the back, while the turret is a bit better, 230 frontally and 160 on the side. Now, which means the hull armor isn't that great, 120 in the front, but what you got going for it is the extreme sloping armor, much like the 50 TP prototype, the tier 8 version of this tank. It does have the sloped armor in the front, which means it can bounce a little, not everything, some. So it's kind of useful in most situations, but of course you can't rely completely on this armor. It is usable turret armor if you're hull down, but don't expect the hull to bounce anything. I haven't had any good experience with the hull. Now I've signaled to my team to not cap out if possible, and they've said they're just capping to apply pressure, so I'll take their word for it. But the timer is running down and I don't like it. Now here I'm going to try and set this tank on fire, and you do that by shooting the engine deck, and it doesn't happen all the time, but it happened this time. So the success rate, it's RNG, I guess, but if you want a fire to happen, you have to try and get the engine deck, and that would increase the possibility of a fire. Now I'm gonna do about exactly 5,000 damage in this game, and thankfully the SU listened to me and got off the cap just in time, which left me an opportunity to finish off the artillery and round up my total damage to exactly 5,000. That was GG for me, and I really enjoyed this tank. Now remember, this is a 560 alpha gun, which means I fired only 15 shots and I hit 12 out of those 15 shots and penetrated all 12 of those shots, which gave me a round figure of 5,000 damage. Now with all my boosters on, of course I also got high caliber. I didn't get a first class or anything like that, but I did manage to rake up 5,000 XP, which is really good for my grinding towards the 60 TP, and I lost only about 15,000 of credits, so that was a good game for me. Hope you're getting your Polish tanks, heavy tanks as well soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.